I'm Zofia. Today's the day I'm going to plant my potatoes. I purchased some certified seed potatoes, and this potato variety is called Pontiac. It's called Pontiac. It's a red skin potato. I love red skin potatoes. And so these are certified seed potatoes. I really suggest if you're going to plant potatoes, you need to get them certified seed rather than the ones that you get from the shop. Okay, so let's go. Let's go ahead and do these potatoes. So I've got some. I'm not going to plant them all in this spot, but I've got a spot put aside to start planting them. So I'm going to show you what I do. I'm just going to go and get my spade.
A few moments later.
Okay, so the first thing I need to do, because I had tomatoes growing here over summer, beautiful tomatoes, they were really scrumptious and they really grew well. And if you have a look at the soil, look how dark it is. Beautiful, beautiful. You can see it's quite friable. It's really important when you're growing potatoes that you have friable soil, because then the potatoes will have room to move around. Okay, let's do that. Let's all dig this up. Make it all nice and friable, and there we go. Beautiful. Of course, it's lovely and moist because we've had quite a bit of rain, and I know it has been cold, but the weather forecast is for some warmer weather approaching, so that'll be perfect planting potatoes. Usually the best time is around about August, but this is the end of June, so I'm doing it a little bit early today. We'll see how they work out. The next thing I need to do is get some compost. So let's go to where I've got the compost out the back. So I get the compost and then I throw it into here, and this is where the chooks turn it over. Okay, and I leave it here for a little while for it to turn over. And after, oh look how the chooks love it. They love it. They're salivating, aren't they? Because they know they will find, look, she's already found some snails or worms or something. They just love that. So this is not quite ready to be put on the soil, but this is what I prepared earlier. This is a compost of last time. Okay, I bought this compost last time, and it is much more decomposed. It's beautiful. See how lovely and dark it is? And I'm going to put that on to the bed where I'm going to plant the potatoes. Okay, lots and lots of organic material in here. Such a variety too, because as I've said earlier, my neighbours give me their kitchen scraps and things that perhaps I wouldn't eat. So there's such a variety of kitchen scraps. And the more variety you have, the more nutritious that soil is, that compost is. There you go, delicious. So I'm just going to scatter this compost around, just scatter it around onto this lovely friable soil, and anything that shouldn't be there I'll throw aside. There we go. It's going to be an absolutely delicious place for these potatoes to grow. Beautiful, look at that. Absolutely delicious. There we go. See these tubs that I have? These are amazing tubs. These ago the council gave all us householders these recycling tubs. This was before we had the recycling trolleys. And on hard rubbish, people don't need them anymore, so they throw them out. And guess who collects them? I've got about 15 of them. They are just perfect for collecting all my compost in. Okay, now I get my fork.
Oh, your fork.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Here it is. Now we're told that, in our ordinary day, to keep fit, to keep healthy, is to have cardio exercise. Here is an example of cardio exercise. Right, there we go. Turn it over. Oh, I can feel the sweat rising already, and I haven't done much. Goodness me. There we go. And that's so delicious, so scrumptious. Yum, yum, bubble gum. Well, they will be those. Do you know potatoes homegrown have a much deeper, tastier taste? Well, there's, the big word that's used these days for good vegetables. Organic. People love that. Organic vegetables. Now, this is how you grow organic vegetables, okay? Using all this organic kitchen scraps, leaves, etc. So now, I've done that much. Where did I put my potatoes? Here we go. I had some children planting potatoes in another part of the garden on the weekend, and I gave them very clear instructions. I wrote it all up on a whiteboard, and one of the instructions was that you have to plant the potatoes at least 30 centimetres apart. Really, it should be more than that, but that's what I said. 30 centimetres apart. So let's just put them in place. And so let's see if this is about 30 centimetres. Probably a bit more, but that's okay. You really should actually, before you plant them, allow them to sit for a little while and allow the little, what do you call those?
Eyes?
The eyes to start to shoot. So this is starting to get some shoots, but I mean, I'm doing it a bit earlier than usual, but never mind. See, they are starting to shoot, which is great. So these are going to be beautiful, red-skinned, oh look, they are, red-skinned Pontiac potatoes, yum. And I'll just put one here, and the rest of them I'll plant elsewhere. Right, so they're placed there. Now they have to be buried 10 inches deep, 10 inches. So how big is 10 inches? About that. Okay, 10 inches. I had the kids doing it on the weekend, and I gave them all a ruler. And there was this little girl, I think she's about 5. She was really so adamant that she would measure it well. She was digging and digging and digging until she got the right depth. So there we go, we planted them. Oh, such a delicious place. Look at you. Goodness gracious me, all that nutrient. Oh, that beautiful nutrient. There we go. And then I said to the kids, okay, so if you come back in 3 months, it'll be time to dig them up. And I said, how many do you think we'll get from each potato? Well, you can get 3, you can get 5, you can get 7 maybe. And the little girl said, 100? I said, no, not 100, but quite a lot otherwise. So, have we finished yet? No, we haven't. There is something else we need to do. We need to cover it so it's nice and snug and warm. And I use leaves. A neighbour, a lovely elderly gentleman, he has all these deciduous trees in his garden, and every autumn he has piles of leaves. He rakes them up, puts them into bags and gives them to me. So let's go and get some of those leaves. Now, as you can see, you know what I've got soaking here? Something very precious. Horse manure. Look at it all bubbling away. The guy who cuts my grass, his brother lives up in northern Victoria, and he has a Clydesdale. And every time he goes up to visit his brother, he brings back a whole lot of horse manure. Now, horse manure fresh is not good to put straight on the garden. For one thing, it's too strong. For another thing, it is filled with seed. And so once it breaks down, so many weeds grow up. So when I soak them, I kind of, ferment the seeds so that they don't shoot. I don't want the seeds. Okay, so now he's putting the leaves on top. Now the leaves are to stop any weeds from emerging, but also to, keep the moisture in. See how simple this is. I had a neighbour asking me today, as a matter of fact, so how do you grow potatoes? I said, look, if you wait till the next episode of Zofia's Garden, you'll find out. I mean, you could look it up on Google, but God, this is so much more interesting, isn't it? To actually see it being done. There we go. Beautiful. So there's no need to water or anything because, you know, this time of the year there's quite a bit of rain. So when we'll have an episode where we will see them shooting. How exciting is that? Exciting to see it shooting. Okay, so now we're going to kind of label the potatoes here. They're called Pontiac, so that's going to be left there. Okay, so that's for the potatoes. Now, next I want to show you how I do the compost. So I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.